So I just want to be really clear and make this very applicable for people. And I just want to reiterate what you're saying is that because that we are staying in a state of a high beta brainwave all day long, and we're never going to our natural state, which is alpha. And one of the things when we look at self-care is as simple as microdosing alpha. And what
Yeah.
does that look like?
Yeah. So what's really cool is that it's actually so much of the stuff that we crave. We as
Oh,
women especially, and I would say men, are naturally drawn to these things, but we have become disempowered. That's not your self-care. Your self-care is
okay.
scheduled. It's outside of you, right? So like think about if you're on Zooms all day, you're on emails all day, for instance, what do you naturally crave? You crave a brain break. You crave,
Yep.
like, let me get away from my screen. You might even have headaches. You might get eye strain. And so we take these little 2-minute breaks, and that's what we need to fill with dropping down into alpha. Sometimes, I don't know if the people listening do this, but because we think those 2 minutes aren't enough to move the needle, we might think, okay, I have 2 minutes, but I can't actually whatever. So let me push through so I can relax at the end of the day. But what you're doing
Oh,
is you're
that's me.
rerunning the
That's classic
data
me.
system.
That's classic me.
Okay. So when we
Yeah.
do that, which is really common, that's classic old me, you are teaching your nervous system to stay in beta. So when you get to the end of the day, when you get to the end of the week, when we do work first and push play off till the end, we go to relax and our nervous system doesn't know how to, and we think something's wrong with us.
Bingo.
So
That's me.
here's the beauty. Here's the beauty. It's taking those 2 minutes and understanding how much you can actually accomplish in them. And so the ways that we can drop down into alpha are so simple that it's really easy to overlook them. But I want to make sure people understand the science behind these is so strong. I've spent a decade on them. This does everything that a 1 hour massage would do or a 30-minute grounding mat session. One of my favorites is something called expanded gaze.
Ooh.
All you have to do for expanded gaze is turn off your like, close your screens, look up and out for at least 2 minutes, something 10 feet beyond your viewpoint.
Mm,
So I call this my lizard walks. A lot of people on
okay.
social media are calling me the lizard lady because I go and I look at the iguanas, and I share this every day. Like, this is my self-care. In between the emails when I would normally be like, "Okay, let me push through." I walk around my house. You've been to my house. I walk around
Yeah.
that little golf course. I look at all the lizards doing their thing. I look at the horizon, and I drop my brain out of survival. Our
Mm.
eyes are the remote control to our nervous system. And so
Ooh.
even if on the inside we feel overstimulated, jacked up, all those feelings of high cortisol, we can use our eyes to harmonize our nervous system
Mm.
just
I
by
love that.
expanding our gaze.
I intuitively did this during the pandemic. I'll never
For sure.
forget because I had so many people in my house. It's like I had like a whole Paxton and his friends were sitting at my dining room table doing high school senior year. Sequoia was working in another room. And then I would get off my Zoom and I would be like, it's not relaxing in my house right now because everybody is on their own Zoom call. And so I would
Ah,
go out of my house. We live across from a beautiful rose garden. I would go out of my house and I would walk around the rose garden one time and I would come back in. And the minute that I did that, I could feel like I had had like a 20-minute nap, is really what it felt like to me.
yeah, that's a really important take-home message for everybody here. We naturally are drawn to these things. We've just been conditioned out of believing or understanding how much they work. This is
Yeah.
self-care. Yeah.
Right. So
Another
that's
one to get in
self-care.
that's
I just
self-care.
want to point out, you might not have the money or the time to schedule a massage, but everybody has the time to go out in their neighborhood and just do a loop and come back.
Or even if you're inside, say the weather's horrible and you don't wanna put on a bunch of layers, like, even close your computers and do expanded gaze in your home. This
It's
isn't
beautiful.
about noticing the clutter on the in the counters. This is big picture. right? So, like,
Right.
look at where the walls meet the ceiling, scan the periphery of the room, like, try not to focus on the little details. This is more
Right.
big picture, it's expansive. Um, Something I wanted to say too, Mindy, just, when we talk about like massage or a pedicure, I love
Mhm.
a pedicure as our self-care. Those things are important, right? I love those things. I still do those things. Those are the macro. But I
Mhm.
just want to walk women through this visual of, you know, so many times for me, I lay on that massage table and I'm there, but I'm making
Oh
my
yeah.
list.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
in I'm in beta.
Yeah.
And so then I walk out of the massage, I spent money, I got done with work,
Mm.
I left my family, I laid on a table, and I'm still feeling the same way I felt. And so now I
Yeah.
walk in the door, I've been gone, they extra need me, I don't feel that different, and now I feel guilt and shame because it didn't work, and I left.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Yep.
where, this isn't either or, this is a both and, but what I really want people to understand is it's not just those things. We have access. I want to teach one more alpha tool because
Yeah,
this is
please. I
one
was
that,
gonna say, can we? I'm a huge fan of creating a checklist, and
okay,
I know
yes.
all of this is in your book. And I just want to point out, if those of you who are listening are loving this, go get her book, The Connection Code. But this is really revolutionary because I feel like I've been people have told me for years, find a hobby, do something that relaxes you, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know how to relax, and you're actually giving some really really insightful tips. So let's create a checklist. So expanded
Yes.
gaze. Give
Expanding
me
gaze. I
something
actually
else.
have a checklist, so we can put that link in the description too if people want it.
Great, that would be awesome.
Because you wanna do for your checklist, you wanna do 2, 3, 4. 2 minutes of any one of these, and you can build your own adventure as well, I'll suggest a few, 3 times a day, and the
Mm.
4 is just for you, right? So this becomes your new self-care routine.
Hmm.
2
Oh,
minutes,
that's 2, 3, 4.
3 times a
That's
day for you.
creative.
Isn't that cute? I know you love a
Yeah, yeah, I
checklist, so
like
I
that.
wanted to have
Yeah,
that
no,
for your
and I
audience.
like I like things that were, oh, did I do so what the way I would use that is like, did I do my 2, 3, 4 today?
Right. Right. And like some people, setting a timer is helpful. Our brain needs a break every 90 minutes. So every 90
Right,
minutes, do one of your 2-minute breaks.
right.
So another great one that we're so naturally drawn to is music. And there's
Mm,
this new
yeah.
concept. Have you heard this? It's neural nostalgia. It's like
No, tell me.
popping up everywhere. A lot of therapists are using this. And it's this concept that when you hear music from, like for me, it's the 90s, I'm a millennial. When you hear the music that you grew up on, it actually does something to your nervous system. And so a lot of
Wow.
my content I'm showing in my car blasting, like Salt and Peppa. That was like the first CD I got.
Wow.
And, Meatloaf. And when you listen
Meatloaf, I
to
love meatloaf.
I love Meatloaf,
2
just a
out
few
of
of his.
3 ain't bad.
Yeah, and I love, Anything for Love. So good when the
Yeah,
girl
or
comes in and
Paradise
sings
by the Dashboard
that
Light.
riff.
Like,
So good.
you got me going on meatloaf now.
Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses. So, okay, I'm gonna go a little neuro nerdy here, but when you listen to a song that you love for how long is the song? 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe 4. You deactivate your amygdala, your fear center that's looking
Mm,
around and asking at any time subconsciously, "Am I safe here?" You're creating
mm,
predictability. You're
mm.
creating familiarity. You feel good, right? You're boosting oxytocin, you're boosting
Yeah,
dopamine, serotonin, all the things that if you think about, like, when we're seeking out this external appointment of self-care, like, those are the things that we're wanting to create. No appointment
right,
required.
right.
Blast a song, and you think about, like, we all know this feels good, but do we
Yes.
realize that this is an item on our checklist? We did our self-care in that 2-minute car ride.
You know, it's so funny. Again, like many of the things you're saying, I've like, oh, I've been doing that. I have a good friend that we've been sending music back and forth, and we call it for your dance break. And it's for
Mm,
the days when the days are long. Put this song on, and you can dance to it.
yes.
So, and it's funny because the thing about dancing, I get that like not everybody likes to dance, But if you look at like trauma response, like TRE, like where the shaking, I've started doing that where I just listen to this music and I just kind of get my body shaking to kind of shake off the stress of whatever the moment was before that, which is so much better done to music. So then you're stacking that. You're doing the, what'd you call it? The neuronal nostalgia, which is friggin'
Neural
amazing.
nostalgia. Neural
Yeah.
nostalgia. And what you just said about the shaking, again, we're mammals, and so, like, if your dogs had a stressful event, a lot of mammals shake to clear that stress when the stimulus has cleared. And so the
Yeah.
shaking and the movement, to your point, is really good. I love, in this alpha conversation to make it really tangible and describe how you know when you're
Love
in
it.
alpha.
Yeah,
So,
please.
you know that feeling that you have after a great workout or after you surf.
Right.
And so that post-workout bliss is alpha. And so when you're
Mm,
in alpha, you're very alert. You're very
mm,
focused. You can get stuff done in alpha, but different from beta, it is a grounded state. It is a very
mm.
present place. And when you're in alpha, you will notice you can task switch very smoothly.
Interesting.
So, like, for
Oh,
me
I
as a
love that.
mom, if I work out and then I come home to the kids and there's maybe the pop-up email notification and then dinner's burning, like, you feel it, it's a lot at once, but it's very easy to task switch, to cognitive switch. That
When you're
is
in
alpha.
alpha.
When you're in alpha,
Yeah.
alpha is flow state. If you've ever heard someone say flow state,
Yeah.
that is alpha.
Right. Okay.
And then I have one more on the checklist that people love this one.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay. Give us another one that everybody loves. This is fun. This
Okay,
is like a
so
party trick. It's like, what else
yeah,
can I
so
do?
right? So the last one, I feel like this is really good for morning and evening, but it's also great for midday. So looking at a flickering flame will put you
Mm.
into alpha. And again, think about this. Think about, if you've been to a bonfire or you're sitting at a fire, like that zone that you get in, that you're just relaxed, right? Looking at a flickering flame activates mirror neurons in your brain, right? I feel like your people probably know what mirror neurons are because they're
Oh,
a very
yeah. Yeah.
educated audience, but in case anyone's listening and they don't know, mirror neurons are the things in our brain that make us mimic what we're seeing, right? So like if someone's folding their arms across their chest and you're talking to them, you'll probably very soon do the same thing. Or you smile at a baby, the baby smiles back. That's a result of our mirror neurons. And
Yeah.
so if you are in a beta overstimulated state and you don't feel like you can access alpha on your own, you can light a candle and look at it. And whether
For
you
how
like
long?
it or not, you will end up in alpha.
Wow. For how long? That's really cool. Okay. For how
Isn't that
long?
so cool? 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Obviously
2 minutes.
more is better. And like, it's like if you tell someone that wants to start being more active, okay, go out and walk for 5 minutes, just
Right.
5 minutes, because the
Right.
barrier of entry is usually just getting them walking.
Yeah.
If you're looking at a candle, you're probably gonna then, maybe you look at the candle for 2 minutes and then maybe you're like, oh, I'm gonna like stretch for a minute before I go back to
Mm.
my computer.